Hello. Good morning. Um, just wanted to just thought I'd talk a little bit more about really my what seems to be my favorite subject, and that's hi Kyle. And that's I guess this morning I'll talk about it in relation to addiction and alcoholism because it's so easy for us in recovery to see that we're not who we thought we were. We wake up one day, like literally we wake up, and many of us have a crossroads moment, or what we call a come to Jesus moment, or an awakening of sorts, and we realize that our lives, you know, have to change because when we're in the actively practicing as an addict or an alcoholic, it physically is killing us, and also, many of us have lost our stuff, our homes and our businesses and our families, and so it's like it's impending. Many of us hit what we call a bottom, and we have to wake up. And if we're lucky, we've gotten to a place where we're even prepared to let go of our old practices, not just to pick through them and keep the ones that we think are working for us, but some of us let go of it all, and completely turn our lives over to this higher power, this moment, because we recognize that our idea of ourself was false. We had a story, and many of us had a story from our youth that was built in trauma, that we had to recognize and surrender, and and there was healing that had to happen around that, just to let it melt away. And many of us had a story of we'd been to prison, or we'd been in multiple relationships and been selfish in those relationships, and so we had stories of ourselves that we wanted, we recognized were not us, and as a matter of fact, as time went on, when we would tell that story in a 12-step meeting, or we'd tell that story, and it was so not us, and that people would be like, "Oh, you're kidding! I had no idea that this is, these things had happened to you, or that you were involved in those things." And so we literally are reborn. But for the alcoholic and the addict, it's truly of necessity. And so the question always, no matter where we are in the process, is who are you? And are you hanging on to some idea of something that, that doesn't want to be surrendered, or you don't want to surrender? Some idea of ourselves. We're not the construct that we've created, and I'm pleasurably at an age in my life where I've had experiences, and I see how we've judged ourselves, and some of the people in my life, because they've maybe have worked hard, and they've set themselves up financially, believe that that's who they are, and or some of the people in my life who haven't set themselves up financially, believe that's who they are. They're connected to what they have, and they say, this is who I am. You know, I'm a responsible man or woman who has put these things together. I mean, and that's nice, but it's not who we are. Or I'm a failure because I haven't, and that's nice, but that's not who we are. And so re-examine and re-examine and re-examine over and over again the judgments we have on ourselves and others, and recognize that in those judgments are the trap, the prison that we live in. And when we can break free and surrender to the moment, to like, oh, this is it, this is my day, this is the day, this is our life, we have this moment, and be at perfect peace, and recognize that, how close this peace is. And I remember, I'll tell you a little story. Years ago, I was new in recovery. I was often quite concerned. I was full of fear, and about my future. And I was, newly married, and I had a daughter, and then a son came along, and kids in our 20s, And I would call my brother Bob, and I would say, this is happening, that's happening, and I'm not going to be able to pay the rent. And and he would say, whoa, just slow down. Did you have a place to sleep last night? Yeah. Did you have something to eat this morning? Yes. Mm-hmm. So you got a gas in the gas tank, a penny in your pocket? And I would say, well, yeah. So he would always bring me back to the moment. Okay, that's it. There you are. Everything else is just a dream. And I would get grounded in this moment and let go of my story, which was often based in fear. So just sharing that with you this morning, that we can be free, literally free. Nothing is really in our control. It's all an illusion. And it doesn't mean that we don't get up and go to work in the morning. Fine. It doesn't mean that we don't, share love with our partners and be with who we're with and live our lives. Just, hello, Amelia. It just means that we're here now with that love. We can actually be that love when we're not in the illusion, when we're not living in fear. Hi, my love. Yeah. So, what I've been doing is reading this little book, and sometimes it's like, oh wow, there's little gems in here. And for me, that's always the same. It's how can we be here now? And just to bring that to people's attention over and over again, that we're not who we think we are. We're not our story. We're not our plans. We make plans and God smiles, because it's all a dream. So watch the mind, watch the thoughts, watch the judgments. Just watch, be aware. Watch the complaint. We're beautiful. We are. July the 10th, thought for the day. It says here, and this was written in 1954, so the language is quite interesting, what's changed in the last 70 years, really. We, it says in Alcoholics Anonymous, do not enter into theological discussions. There we go. But in carrying our message, we attempt to explain the simple how of the spiritual life. There it is. The simple how is be here now. Our faith in a higher power can help. How faith in a higher power can help you to overcome loneliness, fear, and anxiety. Which are the symptoms of of a busy ego, our thoughts, loneliness, fear, and anxiety. How it can help you get along with other people. How it can make it possible for you to rise above pain, sorrow, and despondency. How it can help you to overcome your desires for things that destroy. The question, it always has a little question at the end of the thought for the day. Have I reached a simple, effective faith? And really, essentially, that's what I always talk about, because it is just that faith, in a way, that's so, you can't even feel it in a way. It's just there, that nothing's missing. Absolutely nothing is missing. There's no way we can look at our life and judge it as good or bad, or right or wrong. This is our life. We are living it. And it is perfect in this moment. Perfect. Meditation for the day. Expect miracles of change in people's lives. Do not be held back by unbelief. People can be changed, and they can often they are often ready and waiting to be changed. Never believe that human nature cannot be changed. We are changed. We see changed people every day. Do you have the faith to make those changes possible? Modern miracles happen every day in the lives of people. All miracles are in the realm of personalities. All miracles are in the realm of personalities. Human nature can be changed and is always being changed, but we must have enough faith so that we can be channels for God's strength into the lives of others. So he's saying that our love and our presence can support people in their change, that, can help to facilitate miracles in the lives of others. And I believe that. I see that every day. I work in a part-time in a treatment center, and I see the change in people as they really awaken to another path there. It's a 12-step based treatment center, and as they awaken to this other path, it's amazing what happens. And I've seen the change in so many, and in myself, and my kids. Yeah, so miracles happen. So in a way, they're not really miracles. We call them miracles because we don't understand them. But it's a surrender, and not to a new set of beliefs, but to a faith in each moment. It's beautiful. And then it has here the prayer for the day. I pray that I may have the faith to expect miracles. I pray that I may be used by God to help change the lives of others. Yes. So, that is the possibility. I think that if we're wondering what's our purpose, if there's such a thing, or if we're wondering what's our path, I believe the prayer is, God help me to give away this beautiful gift that's been given to me. That's the prayer, help others. And not that there's anything wrong with anybody exactly where they are. Just that when they're caught, when we're stuck in our beliefs, in our judgments, our fears, and our complaints, it can be unpleasant. And so if we can be there lovingly, compassionately, openly, we can help folks to see that there is a path. There is a path, and it's not through some doctrine or belief in a particular brand of spirituality. It's in this moment. All concepts of God are just that, and the mind likes concepts. And I had a lady the other day wrote me and asked me, because she kind of let go of some of her ideas around Christianity, but then she had trouble in her prayer. Who do I pray to? And I encouraged her that having a concept for the mind in prayer was fine. So, so whatever you believe, in a way, is around concepts. Whether for me in the 12 steps we talk about a lot of different concepts. One is the father, director, the employer, and often I've used the employer, that God's my boss, and it's just easy for my mind to work with that. So anyway, love you guys. Ultimately, it's all God. Everything is. We are in this. I mean, look around. Wow. We're not separate from any of it. We are all one. Okay, love you. Talk to you soon. If you're in town, we have a little kind of a stampede thing at Fresh Start today. I'm heading over there in a few minutes to help out. And tomorrow and Saturday, I'm all day at Cain's selling tickets to on a motorcycle raffle. So come on down and get a few tickets and win this Harley Davidson. It's one of the ways we raise funds. And this year, because there's not that many places to go to set up, we're set up on Saturdays at Cain's, and it's working. But we need your support on that one. Okay, talk to you. Love you. Bye.